Before going into this episode, we gotta talk about the consistency of openings for this anime. Like, every single opening of Jujutsu Kaisen has been a complete banger, bro. From Kaika Kitan by Eve, to Vivid Vice, to Ayo no Sumika, to specials, and now Ayo with his goated song. And I mean, yo, this shit is a banger, bro. And these insane visuals. I don't know what to tell you, but like, this is Hall of Fame new gen contender, bro. Like, One Punch Man Season 3 could never. But anyway, back to the present where we left off. After Yuta respawned Yuji to life and Choso making Nayo overdose on blood, the group finally managed to get in contact with Tengen. Now, I know I said this in the previous video, but like, come on, bro. Like, doesn't she look like the Tom dudes from the Spice Kids? Like, yo, I cannot be alone on this. Like, even Yuji asked her why she's built like that, which, upon reflection, that is one rude ass question. You're face to face with the entity that represents the foundation of Jujutsu society, and you're worried about her looks? We got better things to worry about, young man. If it weren't for Toshi's homeless shenanigans messing things up 12 years ago, she'd be looking like a Rico by now. Tengen is also immortal, by the way, so aging does take a part in her physical appearance. Yuta, and yes, I censored his name. Yuta finally asks the real questions. Who is Brainhead Ghetto? What is he trying to do? And how can they unseal Gojo? The person behind this entire scheme is also known as Kenjaku, and his plan is to basically make the entirety of Japan into a Jujutsu battleground. So everybody's gonna awaken one way or another and pretty much fight to the death. Think of it as like a kid controlling his toys and playing fight with them, but on the extreme side of it, because this Kenjaku guy, bro, yeah, he knows how to play his role, bro. Because like, what do you mean even if you kill him, the Culling Games won't end? Like, to me right here, this is what a villain should act like. None of that bullcrap Geto was up to. Look at it this way. Whilst Kenjaku was plotting for Yuji's mother, which is somewhat questionable but somehow worked out, Geto was out there tweaking out and taking his girls for some crabs. Like, do you see what I'm getting at? Getting your body taken is one thing, but getting your body taken just to outperform on what you sworn to do gotta be one of the saddest ways to go out, bro. But even so, Kenjaku doesn't have enough curse energy to awaken an entire country through idol transfiguration. Hey man, I'm just saying, even beyond death, Mahito is still causing problems with his technique, man. I'm just saying, y'all cannot tell me that's not my goat. I'm telling y'all, Mahito in 5, he's gonna be back on the field for real. But that's also where the loophole begins. You see, in order for Tengen to stay stable, she has to have a vessel to merge with, aka the Star Plasma vessel. But I'm not even gonna explain what happened, you already know the deal. And so because of what happened with Rico, she's been constantly, and I mean constantly, evolving into a state where she can basically merge with anyone with a beating heart in a human brain. And so what does that translate to? Kenjaku can basically continue his plans if he manages to get a hold of Tengen through Geto's technique. And the reason why he wants to do that? Loves and giggles, maybe? I don't know. Being brought at home makes you do anything. I mean, you want proof? Just look at Yuta. I mean, creating a character with the sole purpose of carrying a demonified version of Ryuk when he's pissing his pants. Yuki Takege was really bored at home. But hey, I'm much on him though. Maybe. But regardless, I'm curious of what merging Tengen with the entirety of Japan would look like. Shibuya, but 10 times worse on a global scale. A big ass curse as big as 2 continents. I guess we'll never know. But that's why Kenny's been trying to stop Tengen meeting her vessels, and it somehow worked this time. Well, not through him, but through the homeless man Toji Zenin himself. We're gonna do a quick history lesson right here, so keep your ears open. Kenny basically tried to stop Tengen and her vessels twice against the past 6 Eyes users before Gojo, and he got his ass whooped both times, even though one of them died. But that still didn't stop Tengen and her vessel meeting, because all 3 of them were connected by fate. And that's where Mr. Zenin comes in. The first human boy with a heavenly restriction that instead of frying his body, made him top 5 in the verse for a short period of time. A man with insane physical traits to compensate for his lack of curse energy, whose favorite hobbies are gambling, doing hits as a hitman, and discrediting his child's existence whilst wearing dusty ass sandals, changed the entire fate of the Jujutsu society by killing that poor girl and technically Gojo. Dude, honestly, I'm not even surprised, because the way this show is set, anybody can just do anything apparently. But yeah, Toji messed up big time doing that though, because that just gave Kenjaku more time to find the prison realm and steal Gojo so he could deal with Tengen without anyone bothering him. And apparently, he used to be buddies with Sukuna over 1,000 years ago, so like, this was the perfect time for him to set the Culling Games as a distraction to whatever the merger will be with Tengen. That's really some masterclass execution plan right here. I gotta be frank, I'm impressed he pulled that off. From babysitting Yuji, to successfully stealing Gojo, to organizing the biggest catastrophe that could endanger the entire world by forcing people to evolve. Hey, we gotta put Kenny up there in the best new gen villains, let's just keep it real. He had to pull some strings though with a few banning vows so he doesn't walk away free, and that's why we get the Culling Games explained. I'm not gonna hold you, the rules are quite long to go through, so I'll just do what I did on my last video and put the simplified version again on the screen. Pause if you want to read. But if I can try and summarize it briefly, and I mean very briefly, you don't participate, you die. If you participate and decline to fight, you die. If you kill, you get points. Once you get 100 points, you can add a new rule, but you can add a rule that strictly ends the game. The moral of this game is basically an endless deathmatch, and the group is trying to avoid that for everybody, specifically Megumi's sister. And so they figure out by collecting points together to make it to 100, they can add a new rule that somehow bypasses the rule into everyone dying and instead everyone escaping the game. I don't know how that can possibly work, but time will tell. We also get told that Gojo can be unsealed within the back of the prison realm, which Tengen has, but the only way to do so is either with the inverted spear of heaven or the black rope. And I want you to take a guess of what happened with these two objects. Gojo's always doing too much, man. Like, just keep them hidden in your closet or something. But after what Toji did that damn near sent him to the afterlife, I don't blame him for sending that weapon miles away. Miguel though? That was unjustified. We don't know why he destroyed that, bro. Making things harder for everybody, huh? That's all he does. But it's still one way though, and that's through one of the players called Angel, and she can basically cancel out any curse techniques. That is overpowered. Like, I wonder what will happen if Maki tries this technique on her, and she generally just obliterates that shit. But that's one other day to think on. But as for now, as everybody is caught up, it's time for some action. So one by one, they decide to assign roles for themselves. Choso and Yuki are staying behind to guard Tengen. Yuta decides to participate early to collect information. Maki's going back to the clan to pick up some curse tools and meeting up with Panda. And Yuji and Megumi will go outside to meet up with one of Maki and Yuta's old classmates called Hakari. I have no idea what Panda was going to add to this, but whatever Maki says, we follow. This long ass plan, it was a pain in the ass trying to understand everything, but at least I enjoyed it. I don't know about y'all, but it was entertaining for me, that's for sure. At this point, after the episode was over, but then we had some comedian called Takaba being told that this nigga is trash and being funny and that he should quit today. And I felt bad because like he did not seem that bad, and it had him stressing so bad he somehow ended up joining the Culling Games, figuring out what type of comedian he is. And it's like, damn bro, chill on the boy, it's his first day out here. You know who isn't though? Shoko, cause God, yo, forget the Culling Games for a second, bro. You're just tapping in that new Shoko, bro. Jesus Christ, like, you know when you see a girl so fine, it just makes your day better, bro. Like, wow, man. Like, damn, bro, I'm trying to know her favorite color. If she gives me a chance, though.